I'm gonna be honest with you lot. I had no intent on doing this through phone, but I'm currently dog sitting, so I do apologize for that. Now, I think the first thing I want to start with is just a warning. This video is mostly just to showcase my madness in a way that I really haven't yet. I don't think I've really ever actually told you people about what actually goes into my videos, so I think I might as well warn you ahead of now. The opening for this video is just explaining what goes into each video. What goes into each video is I take about a week. Now, within that week, I argue with myself. I chew myself out, and I let my complete and utter bat crap insanity just run rampant. And I don't really, how to put this? I don't stop. I don't rein it in. I just continue to open the floodgates further. To a point of where I'm talking to myself, rambling at myself, arguing with myself, responding to myself, making my own jokes, laughing and responding to my own jokes. Then, about the last day or two, depending on what it is, I'll spend kind of just decompressing all the thoughts that either won out, or I make sure to bring up what ones actually cause me the most mental insanity in the whole bit and the whole detail. And that basically goes into, as I compress and compress some more, that goes into my videos. Now this topic, now that you know this, I spend an entire week each time arguing everything with myself in the most bad crap, bonkers, this boy crazy type levels. And this is something I still to this day argue with myself about. There has been no consensus. Within that week, I didn't get any closer to nailing anything down, making a decision, or even necessarily being able to find exactly where I stand between the two things. Because I can't. There's too many examples of good and bad for both. So I can't actually make a decision one way or the other. And I thought that wouldn't be right. But actually, I think given the nature of it, given the actual topic at hand, this doesn't matter that I couldn't find an actual specific place where I stand. If you can find where you stand within those two, nice! Good job! You did more than I can, or have been able to. And I've been arguing about it a lot. When it comes down to it, all in all, the key thing I think I want to make sure that you also understand is I'm probably always going to be arguing with this, and I'm never going to have a consensus. I'm never going to be able to agree with myself on any of it, ever, no matter how hard I try. And that topic is voice acted versus non-voice acted. Now, there's a reason why I can't actually find exactly where I fit. It's because I've seen too many examples of both that are good and bad. I've seen too many, and the numbers are too similar. The degrees of badness within them is also too similar. I kind of just wind up more dead in the middle, no matter how hard I try, no matter what I look to for an example or for comparisons or anything. It becomes a nightmare trying to decide exactly where I stand with this, because on one hand, I'm always going to have a love for, silent characters. Dragon Age Origins, Final Fantasy games from old. These are examples of not voice acted that I like. But I've also seen some good examples of voice acted. Just for one example of too many I could give. We could be here all day if I tried to give every single example for both sides. It'd be too long. So I won't do that to anybody. Least of all you people who have anything else you could be doing right now. But when it comes down to it, I think for me personally, I can never decide because I've had too many examples of both. And like I said, between Final Fantasy games of old, between freaking Dragon Age Origins, and then we have God of War, which voice acting wise, kicked ass. And I do kind of more mean the newer one, the one I have the actual most experience with. Or I guess I shouldn't say newer one. There's a sequel eventually going to be made, and on top of that, it's been a while. But you get my point. It's just, this is something where no matter how hard I tried to define it, I just couldn't. And I spent a whole week just arguing. Oh my god, I argued so much with myself. I think it eventually started to kind of like, you know, like those dysfunctional couples where the argument starts to blur. That was me with me. And that madness in its truest form. Ugh. Some might be thinking, what's the point of this video? Well, the point of this video is just, one, to make it clear what kind of madness and insanity goes into each video. It also kind of, in case anyone's ever curious or is just morbidly wondering, for some reason, what goes into these videos and why they take a whole week is because I'm spending that whole week just arguing with myself. Even the reviews, doesn't matter that there's a guest, there's still about a week-long period or more of me just arguing with myself over and over and over and over, till the point of where either A, the title of the game or the topic loses all meaning, or all of the language loses all meaning. And for someone who's mentally insane, it loses meaning fast. Hopefully you got a kick out of my weirdness. Hopefully you maybe found this kind of interesting, or maybe it answered whatever, probably not there, but maybe it answers a curiosity that you maybe, possibly, most likely didn't have. And I hope I will see you guys on the next video. The next video is going to be a whole lot meatier, a lot longer, a lot more arguing, probably going to take a week at minimum. Yikes. It is going to be a long topic, that video, because boy, is that one going to be a long one to pack. That one's going to be painful. Very painful for me. That's before we even touch on editing. Wish me luck. Ugh.